Yo, mic check 1 2, testing 1 2, mic check 1 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, mic check, testing 1 2 3, testing.
So what's like a funny story you have, like just being on the radio? Like what was something that like you can't say talk about on the radio, but it's something that you've always was like that was a weird time, like during your time doing radio.
I do remember one like when I first started in radio, and I've been doing, radio as of this year, 18 years. You know what I mean? I remember the guy that kind of got me into radio. Because I actually didn't go to school or anything like that. For you're supposed to, right? That's traditionally how you get into the business. But I actually got on through like kind of like more of an apprenticeship. This gentleman who was basically running the radio station wanted to try me out on the radio for some reason, and I've been doing it ever since, right? But I remember in those early days, like those first few days, we were doing a huge concert. Actually, probably one of the biggest concerts I've ever been a part of. Um, and one of the artists at the time, and again, remember this 18 years ago, was Master P, right? Huge artist, especially in the South, right? Like in the South, you say Master P, that's like the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Back, especially back in those days. And but then again, it was also 50 Cent was a part of it, back when Get Rich or Die Trying was on top, you know what I'm saying, of the charts. I mean, right at his peak time. My boss had us do a promotion, and he's an old school radio guy, so some of his ideas were a little dated, but he came up with this idea. And again, you got to remember, I was a rookie, right? So whatever my marching orders are, I got to run with that. So my boss, he said, we're going to give away Master P tickets, and this is how we're going to give them away. I said, okay, whatever. He came up with a contest that was P for Master P tickets. I said, what do you mean? So basically, what he did is he had callers call in. I mean, I'm running the board for all this, right? He had callers call up and literally pee over the phone, like so you could hear them. And whoever peed the longest would win the tickets. I was like, this is what we're doing? So sure enough, man, we did it, and we got some phone calls. We had to shut it down. But I remember that being so strange. And remember, I'm a rookie, right? Like, I'm like, okay, is that what you say we do? We do. And I got in trouble. I mean, he got in trouble too, but I ended up getting in trouble. I was like, wow, thanks.
Was the SEC that like got onto y'all?
Thankfully not. No, people were just like, what the hell are y'all doing? You know what I mean? They were like, what? And then even my boss, like, well, the owner, right? The owner called up too. He said, cut that out. Every single month we had an artist come down there, whether they were local, I say local, in the state of Texas, but you got a lot of big names coming out of Texas. I mean, local, hey, we got UGK coming, you know what I mean? Like, oh, that's great, you know what I mean? You got Scarface coming, you got Mike Jones, Paul Wall, Slim Thug, month after month, you got different people coming, you got Chameleon coming. Big shows. Um, I don't even know if I could share that story. But I mean, I saw a man make $1 million profit in one night off a concert. Like I said, I don't think I can give too many details on that. I don't like putting other people's business out there, but I have seen that with my own eyes. I saw a man invest $300,000 into an event, and he walked out of there with 1.3 that night. One of the most impressive business moves I've ever seen executed in this business. In those days, that's what it was a lot of. You got a lot of guys coming to the table willing to work deals with your radio station to get promotion and get on the air and things like that. So you have access to a lot of people. It's a big resource, and you got a lot of people tuned in. Worked in Texas for 7 years. Worked in Oklahoma City for 8 years, and now here in Northwest Arkansas for 3 years now. 3 years been here out here in NWA. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity, because I know I could definitely be doing something else for the last 18 years. You know what I mean? And who knows what that would have been. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'd even be here sitting talking to you, right? Yeah.
Want a haircut on 105.3 a while back. Remember, this is last year, I think.
Yeah.
Remember that? I called in and
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
I answered the question right, and you're like, yeah. So who is this? And I was like, Thunderman. You're like, Thunderman.
My dude.
Yeah. And I haven't had a haircut since.
That had to be a good haircut though, right?
Yeah, it was. It was a really good haircut, and that's probably that. I'm waiting on another question to come in that I know.
I say it on the air all the time, but I really do mean it. we love to hook you up. And that's more, I mean, I'm sure that the company as a whole absolutely does, because we're here to service, right? The community, and create those relationships. But me personally, that's always one of my most favorite parts of the job. If I come across something and I can spread that love, through the vehicle of the radio station, perfect. Guys, come down here. You can save, you know, 70 to 80% off. Like, I really genuinely in my heart, I'm not trying to sell you. I'm like, yo, they got it for cheap over here. Come get it. You know what I mean? If you need a new mattress, come on down to Big Red. This is not a joke.
You know, I remember when like 105.3 started. I lived here since like 2002, and I've never heard rap music like rap on the station. And I was like, I tuned in and it was like it played Outkast, and then it played like UGK, and I was like, what is this? It's like 105.3. You were there since the beginning. Like, you're the first like host I heard on 105.3.
First local host, yeah. I think we launched Ricky Smiley and myself on the same day.
I felt like 105.3 made Northwest Arkansas listen to the radio more, because you guys were playing like music that was better than a lot of people's like streaming playlists, from their streaming apps, and it was. I think that made, because there were a lot of people that really liked rap music, and they didn't want to listen to the radio because all they liked was rap music, and it was like now that was like rap songs everybody loved was being played on FM radio. And I remember like I would be I'd be listening to like 105.3, it'd be on there, and I'd be like listening, and it'd get like your voice would get louder. I'd look to beside me, and somebody pulling in is also listening to 105.3.
They be in there just listening to the ride. This show, Cool Shirts, the moment I saw it, I said, dude, that is perfect for my guy. Like, I was thinking about you because the times we've had to interact, man, I really appreciate your personality and your energy. I said, that is perfect. I said, I'd love to be a part of that, man. That's why I'm glad I'm here wearing this cool shirt. I don't know what's on there right now, but I'm glad to be rocking it. Cool Shirts, y'all.